Hey guys, I'm back again. I did end up getting the root beer. I'm not too happy I did because it's probably I don't know if it has caffeine in it or not, but it just tastes like a lot of sugar. Blech. Kind of sick to my stomach. It tastes like a lot of sugar. I wanted to talk about fitness quickly, since I was mentioning in my Would You Rather video how I used to eat ice cream every night. So I wanted to talk about fitness. In 2015, in the fall, was it 2015, 2016? I think that's when it was. I'm hoping that's when it was. May have even been as far back as 2014. I started to exercise in around September of that year. This is really going to bug me now. I can't remember which year. A lot of time has gone by since. I've had some health problems. I don't think all the health problems would have been there if I had kept up on my exercise, but I'm just feeling a little sick to my stomach because I haven't had that kind of soda in a long time. Usually if I have a soda or any carbonation, it's usually an Izzy. Have you guys had those? Izzy is Izze. It's like sparkling juice. My favorite one is the grapefruit. I like the clementine flavor as well, but I mostly like the grapefruit one. If I ever find Izzy on sale, I'll buy a grapefruit Izzy once in a while. It happens like once every 2 or 3 months, maybe less often. So to have Wendy's root beer, it's probably Barks or something. I feel sick to my stomach, so I'm like, I just don't feel good. I'm not going to buy that again for a long time. Anyway, so back to this exercise business. I guess I just decided one day that I was going to start moving my body. And so I downloaded an app called the Daily Butt app. It was free in the Google Play Store. And there was a 5-minute workout or an 8-minute workout. And you plug in your age, your weight, your gender. Oh, are you kidding me right now? Speaking of Would You Rather, that was the questions in Would You Rather, that was number 5 in the questions. It was, would you rather smell like rotten eggs when you burp, or have a green cloud appear when you toot? When you F-A-R-T, when you P-H-A-R-T. I cannot believe I just burped. I'm only 3 minutes into the video. I could just start over. I'm just going to keep it rolling and see what happens. Please excuse me. Boy. I didn't do my hair today. I didn't even brush it. I've had a really tough day, physically and emotionally. I'm just trying to do videos because I can't go home right now. I'm trying to stay over on this part of town until my kids' school gets out. So I was running errands and getting things done. But I can't go home right now to go and film at home and to go get beautified and whatever. What is the word? Anyway, to get more presentable, to look decent for my videos. This is just me. Take me as I am. I don't have a cute hat to put over this hair. I don't have quick little bit of makeup to throw on. I don't have anything in my purse. So what you see is what you get. Thank you for coming by. And so let's get back to this fitness talk here. So I got the Daily app, and the Daily Butt app it was called. So it was butt exercises. It was 10 exercises. You do each for 30 seconds. You have a little rest period between each one. Not rest period, but like a prep to get to the next exercise for 3 seconds. Excuse me, that's not a lot of time between. But it's not like an abs app where you do constant crunches, constant Russian V-sits, or leg lifts or stuff like that that's really, really, really is tiring on your neck. Like if you're doing a bunch of crunches and you don't have a strong spine and neck and abs and chest, like it's going to start hurting in your neck. So with the abs app, anyway, so I push play and I'm on the floor trying each exercise. And I found that I could only fully complete 2 or 3 of the 10 moves or exercises in the Daily Butt app. Hip bridges, I know I could have done hip bridges and donkey kicks. I don't remember what else was in it. I think, but I just found myself struggling. I could barely move. I just felt like my legs were really swollen, probably with toxic water. And I weighed not a ton, I weighed about almost 205 pounds. And a lot of that was just unhealthy body. It wasn't due to overeating all the time. It was due to having an unhealthy body. So I just remember wanting to collapse and wanting to give up and wanting to cry. And then when those 5 minutes were up, just falling on the floor, just feeling like, wow, how did I get here? So weak. How did I get so... sedentary in my life? How did I get so, complacent? And why? How? It was sad. And I don't remember crying, but I remember being very upset, very ticked off. The next morning, so I set the reminder to tell me to do the Daily Butt app every day. The next morning, the reminder goes off, and I'm like, oh, that was horrible. That was so hard last night. Just doing those 10 moves was so hard. I can't imagine doing my legs or my arms or my abs or my chest or whatever. But I was like, all right, let's try it. I can't do any worse than I did last night. I can't be any weaker than I was last night unless I pulled muscles or unless my muscles just don't want to move for me. I should be able to do this. So I did it, and surprise, surprise, I was able to do, I think, all but 1 of the 10 exercises. I felt really strong. I was like, maybe I was just tired last night when I started it. Maybe I just was worn out. Or maybe just doing that, the one time doing the exercises, made me realize how weak I was. And made me realize that if I'm determined enough, I can get through these exercises. So I did the whole app. I did the 5 minutes, and I felt like I could almost go again for like a round 2. I was very surprised and pleased with my progress. And what I learned was, if you don't do something, you're at 0, right? Or you're almost at -0. Like if you need a starting point, let's say this is where you are. This is your progress moving forward. This is your starting point right here. This for me was the Daily Butt app. And this was me trying the Daily Butt app and only getting this far. And then the next morning, I did it again and I got this far. So then I decided I could do that. I was strong enough. So I don't remember if I did it again like a third day or if I decided I was going to go outside and walk. So I forced myself to put my tennis shoes on, and I went out and I walked, and I forced myself to run for a few seconds or something. I had a pedometer on, and I ran for as long as I could, up to a minute. And it was very hard, and I probably looked like I wasn't... These clouds are really scary. They're moving really fast. I thought I probably look like I'm running slower than an elderly man would run. And it probably looked very funny. Anyway, let's fast forward this story because I'm rambling right now. Like I'm just taking a while to get to the point. Luckily I had a neighbor who also wanted to get in shape. So we would go walking or running about 3 to 4 times a week. I think the most we probably did was 3 times a week. And then on the other days, we would do, like we did the Leslie Sansoni Walk at Home DVDs, Walk Off the Pounds or Walk at Home, I think it's called. We got those from the library. We did Tybo once. We never did Tony Horton. We did Denise Austin once. We did Turbo Jam once. And then we did FitnessBlender. Have you guys heard of FitnessBlender? I'm not being sponsored by them at all. They have no idea I'm talking about them. But FitnessBlender is a cute married couple, Daniel and Kelly. They met when they were both working in a gym. And they've been married about 9 years, maybe 10. And they have created a whole bunch of videos for free, plus some videos you can buy. Some workouts that you can pay for, like some of their programs. So they're both, I don't know if they're certified or what their deal is, but they know a lot about fitness. They know a lot about fitness. They know about HIIT intensity workouts. Not HIIT intensity. High intensity interval training. HIIT, that's HIIT workouts. It's where you get your heart rate up and then you bring it down, and you get it up and you bring it down, and you get it up and you bring it down. So it's like run in place for a few seconds and then bring down your heart rate and then run in place. So apparently you can do that. If you do a few of those every week, then it's better to do that kind of a workout than to go running for an hour on a treadmill, or to jump rope for 20 minutes, or to lift weights for an hour. You can burn more calories. I can't remember the logic behind it. It's been a couple years since I've actively worked out. So we're talking 2014 going into the year 2015. That's when it was that I was exercising. So I went from never moving my body basically for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, plus a lot of eating a lot of ice cream, skipping breakfast all the time, just really horrible metabolism, not sleeping very much, to really believing that I could move my body and really believing that I could get a little bit stronger every single day. And so I would exercise every day, 6 days a week. I was doing about 90 minutes a day, not in a gym. I was using things at home. I was also doing the Gold's Gym cardio workout on the Wii. That was really fun. And I had a Jennifer Crease Pilates DVD with some ballet. So I would do those types of videos. And I went from 205 pounds to 191 pounds. But I looked better. I looked so good compared to when I started. I had no figure. I was like round shaped, like rolls when I started. And then about 2-3 months into it, no, because I started September, but I really got going in October, exercised through the winter, got a bad cold in February. So I didn't work out for like 3 weeks? It's like 2.5 or 3 weeks I didn't work out, and then I started up again with my neighbor. And she got a cold too, so after we got kind of over our colds around Valentine's Day, I think we sort of eased back into it a little bit, but we weren't running because it was winter. We did start running in the spring. I remember because we were running on the baseball fields before baseball season started and during baseball season. And so anyway, I got from 205 pounds of just sick, toxic body to 191, feeling pretty comfortable, but not like, I wasn't in the sizes that I wanted to be in. I'm about 5'7" in height. I'm 41 years old. At the time I was 39, 38. Anyway, whatever the math was. And I was eating better than I do now. I was having a lot of smoothies. I was making protein balls. I was doing paleo pancakes and bean burgers and stuff like that. I was eating more salad. I was juicing. So I was doing a lot more healthy things than I do now. I was sleeping better too. My nighttime anxiety and panic attacks had not yet started. I didn't tell you guys about that, but I deal with that almost every single night, a panic attack in my sleep, several of them. It doesn't happen during the day, so I know I'm not going through dementia. Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. And so I started to lift weights to the 10-pound weights that I bought at Walmart. So I had my 5-pounder, my 8-pounder, and my 10-pounder. I started doing my 10-pounders, and I would do the triceps, lowering. I would do this. And I started to take pictures on Instagram and do like Flex Friday, and I would show the baby bicep that was starting to grow and all that. I was doing the trendy stuff. I wasn't comfortable in a swimsuit or shorts or anything, but I was able to get rid of the 2 dresses that I was wearing every single day. I was alternating back and forth. That means the same thing. I was alternating between these 2 very long, they were maxi dresses. And I was wearing them every single day. Every other day it would just switch. And those eventually got really, really loose on me, so I was able to, I think first I cut them into skirts and then I gave them away. So I was able to stop wearing those. I was able to start wearing other things like I was able to fit into one of my pairs of jeans, my capris, my yoga pants. But I just wore dresses for like 2 years. The same 2 dresses for 2 years. I was able to fit into another skirt so I could wear my black skirt. I was able to buy a few new shirts, so I didn't really go down a lot in size, but at the same time, I lost quite a few inches. I didn't lose a lot of pounds, so I went from 205 pounds to 187. And I think I may have gone down to about 182 or 184. And then I got a job, and I didn't work because I had to be at my job really early. I didn't work in a workout into my day. And by the time I was done, because I was on my feet at the job the whole time without a sitting down break, I was so tired by the time I was done that I just didn't exercise. I didn't carve out workout time. I didn't carve workout time out of my schedule. I didn't put that time aside. So I completely stopped exercising, and then I started bleeding again. And just had a really rough the rest of the summer. Stopped completely. I even had a gym membership. I stopped going to the gym. I completely stopped exercising the summer of 2015. And so from then until now, this week, I did not exercise. I tried a couple of workouts, but I never did it consistently. I never did like 3 or 4 days in a row. I just did 1, maybe 2 days in a row, once in a while. And so anyway, this week, Tuesday, so that's 2 days ago, I decided I would try the daily arms app. So I did a 5-minute daily arms app. It was hard. I didn't have any weights because I was at a friend's house. And then I did the daily abs app for 5 minutes, and that was really hard. I could barely move. But I decided that I would start to move my body every day, whether it's just going for a walk, stretching, doing a little bit of yoga, or bouncing on my little mini trampoline. It's called a rebounder. It's called a Cellerciser. I decided that I am going to start being healthier and that I'm not going to get sick anymore. There's a book called Never Get Sick Again. I think the author's name is Raymond Francis. I could be wrong. I never read it. I checked it out, but I didn't read it. But basically, I am deciding right now that I am not going to get sick ever again. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if I'm right. But I believe that I can control my health. I believe that for the most part, I'm just tying my shoe, I can avoid getting sick. So I plan not to get any more flu this year. I didn't have the flu. What did I have? Yeah, I did. I had the flu. I plan on not getting any more colds. I plan on not throwing up. I plan on not having any more heavy bleeding spells. We'll see how it goes, but I am going to be juicing several times a week. I'm going to be doing smoothies. I'm going to be eating paleo pancakes again. I'm going to have some soup. I'm going to try not to have any more soda. That's just making my stomach feel really awful right now. I don't know why I did that. I think it was just an emotional thing. And then I'm going to exercise. So what I did was, so on Tuesday I did 10 minutes. I did the 2 5-minute apps. Yesterday I woke up and I rode 1.5 miles on my exercise bike. It goes between a level 1 and a level 7 or 8. That's not the speed, that's the resistance level. And I worked out, I rode the bike at between a level 2 and 3. I was easing into it because it's been quite a long time since I moved my body other than just walking. Up the stairs, down the stairs, doing laundry, washing dishes, whatever, shopping. Like, I haven't really been moving my body much. So I rode, it only took me 8 minutes to ride the 1.5 miles. And level 3 wasn't super hard, but I was sweating just on level 3, and I was feeling a little bit labored. I have very low iron levels. My body just doesn't assimilate iron properly, so I have to take iron supplements, and a lot of times I forget. I also have some adrenal fatigue, and I have a thyroid disorder, and an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's. So those things are working against me, but I don't want to use those things as excuses not to be fit and not to be conditioned and not to have a lot of energy and stamina. So today I did the daily abs app again, and I did the daily arms app. And with the arms, since I was home when I did it, I used my 5-pounder weights. I felt like I could use the 8-pounders if I tried. I can feel right now, I can feel a little soreness. So even 5 pounds, I mean, that's pretty light. But when you're just starting out, anything you do is more than just 0. So if I was at 0 2 days ago, I'm like past 0 now. I'm going this way. More and more and more. And pretty soon I'm going to be able to hopefully go up and down my stairs and hopefully run and hopefully do squats. And I hate lunges. I'm not going to do lunges unless it's a reverse lunge. I don't like squats either. I probably won't do them. I think it's better to do donkey kicks and bridges and fire hydrants and stuff like that. But anyway, you get the idea, right? So is anyone else ready to jump on the fitness train if you haven't been? Has anyone else been putting it off for a couple days that led to a couple weeks, that led to months, that led to close to 3 years like me? I really haven't exercised very much since June of 2015. A little bit in July, but I completely had quit by July. I had completely quit exercising, and I was letting the excuse that I was bleeding dictate whether I was going to exercise or not. And then when I felt better, I didn't go for a walk. I didn't go up and down my stairs. I didn't stretch. I didn't do Pilates or yoga or anything. I could have. So many times I could have. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to post a video of all my different exercise gadgets that I have bought, that I've saved my money for, or I bought them when I had a tax refund. I am going to share a video with you of all those gadgets. Anyway, I just want to find out if anyone else is ready to move their body for at least 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes is a good starting goal. And then if you can do 5 minutes, maybe it'll make you excited enough to do 10 minutes like I did. So I'm 3 days into it now. I've only done 10 minutes a day so far. So I had 10 minutes Tuesday, 10 minutes today, and then 8 minutes yesterday. I want to increase that. Excuse me. I want to double it to 20 minutes by Saturday. And then next week I want to do 20 minutes starting out and then graduate to 30 minutes halfway through the week, and then see if I can go close to 40 minutes by the time I'm done with the week. I just want to be healthy. I want to be able to move quickly. I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to set a very good example for them. I want to be around when they're ready to get married and have kids. Like, I want to be a grandma. I want to get married again. I want to be attractive. I want to feel good about myself. I just want to be a good example so that even if I don't get married again, I'm this fit lady that shows up at the family reunions and at the family gatherings for holidays. And, you know, so I know you can be happy, you can be attractive at a larger size. But for me, my personal goal is to get in shape and to be strong and to be fit. So that's what I'm going to do. I need to light that fire under my feet and under my bum. And a lot of it's in here. And I need to just do it. And I need to love myself. I need to carve out that time for myself every day. And if I'm really tired, at least I can stretch. Because that's still moving my body. At least I can bounce on my little rebounder. Because that's still moving my body. I think last week the step count that I got was only 900 for the entire week. Now, I don't wear a Fitbit. I don't have anything like that. So if I'm not holding my phone while I'm walking, my steps are not going to get recorded. I know I did a lot more steps than that. It was 2 weeks ago, actually. But that's all that got recorded. So I just know I can do better. Woo! I know I can do more. And I want my kids to remember me as somebody who valued health and physical activity. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make sure that I don't get diabetes or heart trouble. I'm going to try to make sure that my hair doesn't start to turn white too soon. Anyway, thanks for listening to me talking about this. Check out FitnessBlender. What I recommend is they have on YouTube, and you should subscribe to them only if you're into fitness, obviously, but it's really fun. Daniel and Kelly, on the side of their screen right here, they're going to have a calorie burn count right here, and I think somewhere along the bottom of their screen as you're doing it, it goes along like showing you how far into the workout you are. They have water breaks built in. They show you up in a little tiny video up on the side what move is coming up next. So what they have is they have a 5-day challenge for busy people. And so busy people, that's me. That's a lot of us. If you think you can do between 20 and 27 minutes, I think their shortest day of the 5 days is about 19 minutes or maybe 22 minutes. And I think their longest day might be 27 minutes or possibly 31 minutes. I thought they were all shorter than 30. That allows for a 5-minute cool down stretch, and it allows for a couple minutes of warming up. But maybe try that challenge, the 5-day challenge for busy people by FitnessBlender. And so take your measurements though before you start. And take a before picture from the front and from the side. And think of this as, this is my before picture. And in a month or in a week or in 2 weeks or whatever, you're going to have an after picture. What you want to do is you want to take your picture in the same outfit. So take your picture in good light in front of a non-distracting background, full body shot, facing front, full body shot facing the side. I do this because I'm really self-conscious about this turkey gobble right here. I'm so self-conscious about this. It's my least favorite part of my body. My next least favorite part is my lower stomach area. My next least favorite part is my bum. And then my fourth least favorite part is my upper arms. Besides that, I know I can just tone all over the place, but if I were to be able to make a change first and quickly, it would be this right here. I would get rid of this. So, anyway, in my before pictures, I'm not going to bother getting cute. I might smile, but it's not going to be like a real genuine smile because I'm not happy in my body how I am. So I want to, in good light, see my before picture and then turn to the side and my before side profile picture. And then take my measurements. What you do is you take your neck measurement, your upper arm measurement, your lower arm measurement. You can do your wrist if you want to. It's not really important. Then you take your bust measurement, your waist at the narrowest part measurement, and your waist at the widest part measurement. Designate which one those are on a notebook. Just keep a notebook for yourself of your stats, basically. And then take your hips measurement, and then your thigh measurement, and your calf measurement. And if you want to, you can do your ankle measurement. So just going over that again, the ones that really matter are the bust, the waist, the hips, the thighs, the calf, and then the bicep, the upper arm measurement. That's all that really matters. You can get a flexible sewing tape measure from Walmart for like $1, maybe $2. Buy yourself 2 of them because you might lose one. Take those measurements before you start an exercise program. Get your doctor's permission if you need it, or authorization or recommendation. And then start a 5-minute app, or, start, if you're ready to kind of do a little bit more, start the FitnessBlender 5-day challenge for busy people. Once you're done with that challenge for busy people, there is another challenge that's just, it's not for busy people, it's longer. I think the shortest one in that challenge is around 32 minutes, and the longest one is probably 47 or 52 minutes long. I've done them both twice. What I noticed after 1 week of doing just the busy people challenge, the shorter one, was that I slimmed a lot. In 1 week, I slimmed. My shirts could move on me instead of looking like I had to pull them onto me and pour myself into my pants. I could actually move the fabric after 5 days of exercising. Every single day I got a little bit stronger. They have, Daniel and Kelly, the ones that run the programs, they have one of them, they'll say who to watch if you want to go more intense or if you want to go more modified moves. I did the modified moves almost every time, and I still noticed that my clothes were looser in 5 days. So it's possible, you guys. Please, if you're going to do this, please tell me about it. I'd love to hear. I would love to cheer you on. I would love to know about it. If you have an Instagram, a private Instagram account where you're tracking your own fitness progress, if you haven't made one but you want to make one, I recommend not connecting with your family or your real life friends on such accounts, because when you don't connect with people you actually know in real life, it's easier to let go and to immerse yourself into the process of getting fit. I have an account. I am not connected to anyone I know in real life except my sister, who is also getting fit. And sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to be connected to anybody I know in real life. So my account is private. But if you want to know, like if you have a private Instagram account and you want to follow me on mine, and you really are into fitness though, because I don't follow anyone that's not working on fitness in that account. I have other Instagram accounts, but in that one I keep just for people who are trying to make healthy changes in their lives. If you want to know it, email me and ask me what it is, okay? If you email me to my skindeep365 at gmail, account, which is in my description box in this video, please tell me who you are on YouTube, because I'm not going to just tell anyone what my Instagram account is. So you would need to tell me who you are, and if I've seen your comments before on my videos, then, and as long as you say you have an Instagram account and that you want to use it to get fit, we can connect on there. But anyway, that's just kind of my personal preference. If I'm going to spend time on Instagram cheering people on or reading people's comments or showing my pictures or, whatever it is, I'm going to only spend my time, which is limited, on people who are also serious about doing it. So I'm not a super good example of fitness or health, but I want to get there again because I was there and I quit. I want to get there again. So I'm starting, I've lit a match. There's some embers. Starting that fire, lighting that fire under my feet. 3 days in a row now, I have moved my body for at least 8 minutes. So it was 8 minutes yesterday, 10 minutes today, 10 minutes Tuesday. So I want to do more today. I want to get to the point where I actually look forward to it, where I notice improvements like in my lungs and my heart. Your heart's a muscle. You want to exercise that heart muscle, build up stamina, increase your strength and endurance. I just want to live a long time. I want to be active and healthy and happy, and I don't want life to pass me by, and I don't want to sit around like a bump on the log. That's what my mom used to say. So-and-so is sitting around like a bump on the log or whatever. Like, she wasn't judging people. It was usually about us that she was talking about. Like if we were reading a book and just wouldn't get up and get something else done, or if we were sitting around watching TV, she'd be like, let's not sit like bumps on the log. So thanks for putting up with my long videos. I'm sure that you would gain something from this video, even if you skipped around, because I talked about a lot of good stuff. Hopefully this helps somebody. And please let me know if you're going to start exercising, and then keep me updated. Hopefully if you watch my journey and watch my process through the videos, hopefully you will notice that my health starts to change, my appearance starts to change. Hopefully my confidence will start to change, my self-esteem, everything. I know I'm going to evolve and grow, but I want to stay the true, like, authentic person that I am inside. But I just want to get better. Coming at you from my car on this rainy day. We're starting spring break today. I hope to see you guys sometime soon. I've got a couple hauls to do, so I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for coming by.